Britney Spears' Prerogative, I finally found a perfume from Britney that I actually quite like. So this is supposed to be unisex. I would say, well, as far as, let's be real, all perfumes are unisex. Anyone can wear anything they want anytime. But if you're talking about what's traditionally masculine versus what's traditionally feminine in perfumery, this does not smell at all unisex. It smells super feminine. It's really sweet. It's massively sweet. Sweet and creamy. Now, this one I wanted to smell because it's one of her other ones that has coffee in, and I really didn't get on at all well. It's so cool that you can put it on a number of different sides. Really cool bottle, interesting bottle. So it's the Private Show was the other one that's got coffee in it, and that one I just found absolutely sickening. It was way too sweet, smelled way too synthetic. It just made me feel queasy, that one. This one, it's still very sweet to my nose, but it's not as synthetic smelling. And in fact, interestingly, I feel like this one shares the same DNA as Midnight Fantasy. It's almost like if it was like the kind of base of Midnight Fantasy, but with coffee and different fruits. But there's something about those two perfumes, or this one and Midnight Fantasy, which I always have, that have, like, you'd smell them and you'd think they were the same perfumer. You know, you wouldn't be surprised to find out they're both Britney's. So the notes in this are apricot, goji berries and pink pepper in the top. Middle notes are coffee, saffron and red lily. Base notes are sandalwood and amberwood. And this one just works way better on my skin for some reason than most of her other perfumes. I don't find it massively floral. It's intensely sweet. It's like a coffee apricot. It's like creamy from the sandalwood. Not huge amounts of pink pepper, and the goji berries, I can smell a bit of goji berry because I recognise it from my goji and cactus perfume, so it's got a little bit of that vibe. It's woody, but it's not like horrifically woody. I don't know if like that amberwood just kind of gives it a bit of warmth and a ever so slightly kind of resiny woody smell, but it's still very, very sweet, and it is creamy, as if there's some kind of cream in it, but it's not listed as being creamy. I think this one's quite easy to wear, and it's softer. It's definitely softer and more comfortable than the other things I've tried from Britney, to be honest. It's just got a kind of gentle smoothness, and it's compared quite a lot to Black Opium. I can kind of see that. It's very sweet with a bit of coffee. I mean, this one's quite nice. Whether I could wear it a huge amount, I don't know. I've tried it in warmish weather, and I know that I wouldn't actually be able to wear it properly, a full wear, you know, but I've sprayed it on me just to smell it when it's quite warm. But this one will go into my winter perfumes, you know. And I keep sniffing the thing because it is quite nice. So yeah, it has more of the original Black Opium vibe in that. It's very, very sweet. So how I actually get on a full wear test with this one will be interesting, but I didn't want to scrub it off. Like, this is not a scrubber. I quite liked smelling it, but probably I'll keep this, but if I do manage to get someone to get me a bottle of the Black Opium Extreme, I think it's called, the one that's got it's not as sweet, and it's got even more coffee and some cacao or like cocoa in it as well, so that one's not as sweet. If I manage to get that for Christmas, then I probably won't keep this one because I don't really need 2 sweet coffee perfumes, you know, and I've already got a very light creamy latte kind of perfume. But there's something about the apricot and the coffee in this one that I think is a really pretty combination. So this one, yeah, again, like, kind of blows my mind this is supposed to be yeah, unisex. It's intensely sweet. Maybe not compared to some of Britney's other perfumes, but if you're not someone who wears like massively sweet perfumes, then this is very, very sweet indeed. Yeah, but yeah, I'm going to keep hold of this one for now because it's one of my favourites of hers, and I think it gives you that same coffee vibe and creamy sweet vibe that you get with Private Show, the original Private Show. However, you don't also get a super plasticky synthetic smell. This doesn't smell like expensive. You can tell it's not got quite the same quality as something like Black Opium, but it probably lasts for the same amount of time, if not longer than Black Opium. And in terms of Britney's other things, this one I think smells like better quality. I don't know. On me anyway. Maybe it's just my skin chemistry this works better on, but yeah, this one I would definitely say if you like coffee perfumes and like very sweet perfumes, then this I think is way better than Private Show, much nicer. Probably the lack of that kind of fake caramelly smell is really helping this one be quite nice. I'd really like to be able to smell the Ego flanker from this range, but I think it's been discontinued. I can't see it anywhere, but that's apparently like a creamy apricot, so sounds very nice.